You're watching Wonder Frame.
What if the blue sky was invisible to you? Not because your eyes were broken, but because your brain had never learned to see it. This really happened. For thousands of years, most people on Earth could not truly see the color blue. And the reason is one of the strangest secrets about how your brain works. Stay right here, because by the end of this video, the way you look at colors will never be the same. Let's go back a very long time. About 3,000 years ago, a man named Homer wrote a famous story. It was called the Odyssey. It was full of ships and seas and adventures. Homer described the sea in many ways. He called it dark, he called it stormy, he called it wine dark. Wine dark, that means red, like wine. But he never once called the sea blue. And here is the really wild part. In the whole entire story, the word blue does not appear even once. A scientist named William Gladstone noticed this mystery in the 1800s. He read every ancient Greek story he could find. He found lots of words for black and white and red and gold, but almost no words for blue. Gladstone thought maybe ancient Greeks just couldn't see the color blue, but that was not quite right. Their eyes worked perfectly fine. They had the same eyes you have right now. So, what was going on? The answer is hiding inside your brain, and it is going to surprise you. First, let's talk about how your eyes actually see color. Inside each of your eyes are tiny cells called cones. Cones are like tiny color detectors. You have three kinds, one for red light, one for green light, and one for blue light. Your three kinds of cones work together, like a team, to mix signals and create every color you see. A scientist named Thomas Young figured this out way back in 1801. Three colors mixing makes every color in the world. Now here is something amazing. Your cones send all their color messages straight to your brain, and your brain is the one that actually decides what color you see. Your eyes just collect the light. But here is the twist. Your brain needs a word, a label, to snap its attention to a color and truly notice it. Think of it like this. Imagine you got a brand new toy you never heard of. You might walk past it in a shop 100 times, but the moment someone tells you its name and what it does, suddenly you spot it everywhere. Your brain works exactly like that with colors. Without a word for blue, your brain just did not bother to separate it. The sky was just bright, the sea was just dark. Blue was hiding in plain sight. And it was not just the ancient Greeks. Researchers looked at old stories in languages from all over the world. In old Japanese, Chinese, and many African languages, there was no separate word for blue. It was grouped in with green or dark. So which culture was the very first to name the color blue? Pause right now and guess. Write your answer in the comments. The answer is the ancient Egyptians, and the reason is something they invented. The Egyptians made a special blue paint. It was the very first blue pigment. That means a material that makes a blue color. They made it by heating sand, copper, and limestone together really, really hot, and out came a beautiful, brilliant blue. They used the special Egyptian blue to paint their temples, their art, and the tombs of their pharaohs, the king rulers of Egypt. Because they made this blue and used it every day, they needed a name for it, and so the word for blue was born. Once they had the word, their brains could truly see it, and blue started popping up everywhere in their world. This is the magic of words. Words are like special glasses for your brain. They help you notice things you could not see before. Scientists call this idea linguistic relativity, which is a fancy way of saying your language shapes what you notice. But wait, if a color needs a word to be seen, does that mean there are colors around you right now that you are missing? The answer is yes, and this is where things get really, truly mind-bending. Remember those three cone cells in your eyes? Most people have exactly 3 types. That lets you see about 1 million different colors. 1 million sounds like a lot, but some people have 4 types of cone cells. They are called tetrachromats. Tetra means 4, chroma means color. 4 color seers. They can see up to 100 million different colors. That is 100 times more colors than you see. 2 things that look exactly the same color to you might look completely different to them. A scientist named Dr. Gabriella Jordan at Newcastle University spent years searching for real tetrachromats. She found that up to 12 to 15 out of every 100 women might have this supervision. It happens because of a tiny change in a special set of instructions in the body called the X chromosome. Think of it like a rainbow with extra secret stripes. Most people see a rainbow with 7 colors. A tetrachromat might see it with 17. But here is the thing. Even if you have a fourth cone, your brain needs words to notice those extra colors too. It all keeps coming back to the same big secret. Your eyes collect light, but your brain and your words decide what you actually see. Now, what about animals? Can they see colors you cannot? Oh, yes, and it is extraordinary. Bees can see ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet means beyond violet, a color of light your eyes cannot detect at all. Flowers have secret patterns painted in ultraviolet, like arrows that say "land here" to bees. You cannot see any of them. And you might have heard that dogs see in black and white, but that is actually a myth, a story that is not true. Dogs have two types of cone cells. They see blues and yellows really well, but red looks like a dull yellowish color to them.
The light we can see is only a tiny slice of all the light in the universe. It is like being able to hear just one note in a giant orchestra. Now here is something that will really make your brain tingle. There are colors called impossible colors. These are colors that your eyes cannot see normally, but scientists have found ways to make your brain see them anyway. One is called Stygian blue. It looks like a blue that is as dark as black at the same time. Your brain cannot normally make this combination. Another is called self-luminous red. It looks like it is glowing brighter than a white page, even though paper cannot actually glow. These impossible colors are explained by the work of a scientist named Ewald Hering back in 1878.
Hering discovered that your brain sees colors in pairs that fight each other. Red versus green, blue versus yellow, light versus dark. You can never see reddish green or yellowish blue at the same time. Your brain simply will not allow it. But when you tire out your cone cells by staring at one color a long time, you can sneak past the brain's rules. And in April 2025, scientists made something even more incredible. They used a tiny laser to tickle just one type of cone cell. They created a brand new color that no human eye has ever seen naturally. They named it Olo, a hyper-bright blue-green. Olo is a color that has never existed in nature. No rainbow, no flower, no sunset has ever shown it, until now. All of this began with a poem about a wine-dark sea and led scientists to the edge of a whole new world of color. Now, let's look at how this connects to your life. Right now, the screen you are watching is using this exact science. Every screen, your tablet, your TV, your phone, makes pictures using only tiny dots of red, green, and blue light mixed together. Engineers knew that your 3 cone cells would mix those signals and your brain would see every color. Smart, right? And learning new color words can literally change what your eyes notice. Learning more words makes your world more colorful. Okay, let's do a super fast recap of the 3 biggest things you just learned. Number 1, ancient people did not have a word for blue, so their brains did not truly separate it from other colors. The Egyptians changed that. Number 2, your words are like magic glasses. They train your brain to notice colors it was skipping right over before. Number 3, some people have 4 cone cells and see 100 million colors, and scientists just discovered a brand new color called Olo. Remember the very beginning? You looked up at the blue sky. Ancient people looked at that same sky and saw only bright. The blue was always there, waiting. The word is what opened their eyes, and the word is what opens yours. So next time you look up at that brilliant blue sky, remember, you are seeing something your great ancient ancestors never truly saw, and that is amazing.
If you learned something new, a like really helps us. And subscribe for more. See you soon.